Hello, the bold and the beautiful fans. Welcome to another exciting spoiler update. Today we're diving into one of the most compelling storylines in recent months. Brooke Logan's emotional journey and the unexpected return of Nick Marone. With Brooke's world turned upside down after her rocky relationship with Ridge, could a fresh start outside LA be the key to her happiness? And what if Nick's return is the catalyst for a new chapter in Brooke's life? Let's break it down and explore how these developments could unfold. Brooke struggles. Ridge's rejection and the Forrester creations fallout. As many of you know, Brooke and Ridge's relationship has faced its fair share of challenges. For years, these two have been through ups and downs, but the latest turn of events might just be the final nail in the coffin for their love story. Ridge has made it clear that he's not returning to Brooke. His heart belongs to Taylor, and he's found solace in her arms once again. But the drama doesn't end there. The latest storyline surrounding the Forrester Creations takeover is adding fuel to the fire of Brooke and Ridge's fractured relationship. Ridge's anger is understandable, as he believes that Brooke, along with his daughter Hope and Carter, was involved in the company's hostile takeover. This betrayal, real or perceived, has shattered any hope of reconciliation between the couple. Ridge feels deeply betrayed, and Brooke is left to face the aftermath. What's even more devastating is Brooke's decision to accept the position of CEO at Forrester Creations. While she claims she did it for Ridge, hoping it would somehow convince him to come back, her quick acceptance of the role raises suspicions and further deepens the rift between them. Ridge's refusal to even hear her out only cements the growing distance between them. He ultimately returns to Taylor, and Brooke finds herself facing yet another heartbreaking chapter in her life. Brooke's soul-searching. A new beginning? After everything that's happened with Ridge, Brooke finds herself alone and at a crossroads. With her marriage to Ridge now beyond repair, she begins to do some serious soul-searching. The relationship that she once thought would be her forever love has dissolved, and she is left questioning her future. Brooke has always been a fighter, but this time, the fight seems to be against an overwhelming sense of loss and uncertainty. As Brooke looks inward, she may come to the painful realization that a reunion with Ridge simply isn't in the cards. While Ridge has moved on with Taylor, Brooke is left to pick up the pieces of her shattered heart. It's at this pivotal moment that Brooke begins to seriously consider the idea of leaving LA behind. But could this be the start of a new love story for her? The return of Nick Marone. A new beginning for Brooke? Just when it seems like Brooke's story might take a darker turn, the arrival of Nick Marone offers a glimmer of hope. Nick's return, scheduled for June 13th, could be the very thing that changes Brooke's life. Fans of the bold and the beautiful will remember Nick as one of Brooke's former loves, a man who provided her with stability and a sense of security during a tumultuous time in her life. Nick's return is not just about revisiting old flames. It could signify a fresh start for both him and Brooke. With Ridge gone and her heart broken once again, Brooke may find herself reconnecting with Nick on a deeper level. His steady presence and calm demeanor could be just what Brooke needs after the drama-filled roller coaster ride with Ridge. Where Ridge brought unpredictability and emotional turmoil, Nick offers something more grounded, a love built on trust and consistency. Could this spark a new romance between Brooke and Nick? If their relationship were to reignite, it would certainly bring a sense of stability and security that Brooke has longed for, especially after her tumultuous relationship with Ridge. Could Nick be the man who finally gives Brooke the peace and love she deserves? The idea of them returning to LA together as a couple is a tantalizing prospect that could captivate fans and bring a fresh dynamic to the show. Katherine Kelly Lang's temporary exit. Opening the door for Nick's comeback. One of the key factors in this storyline is Katherine Kelly Lang's temporary exit from the show. As the bold and the beautiful fans know, Katherine, who portrays Brooke, has been an integral part of the show for years. However, her absence may open the door for Nick's comeback in a bigger way. With Brooke stepping away from the spotlight for a while, it creates the perfect opportunity for Nick to step back into her life and take center stage as a potential love interest. The timing of this storyline could not be more perfect. As Brooke faces the aftermath of her failed marriage with Ridge, she may look to Nick as the man who can provide her with the emotional support she needs. And with Katherine Kelly Lang temporarily out of the picture, this would give Nick the chance to shine in a storyline that's all about his and Brooke's reunion. A new love for Brooke, stability, or a temporary escape? The big question remains. Will Brooke choose to leave LA and start a new life with Nick? Or will she remain entrenched in her past with Ridge and Taylor? The upcoming episodes will undoubtedly explore this emotional decision as Brooke grapples with her future. While Nick represents stability and the possibility of a fresh start, Brooke may still find herself torn by her deep love for Ridge and the memories they share. Brooke has always been a complex character, torn between her love for Ridge and her need for security. Nick could be the answer to her heart's longing for peace and simplicity, but will she be able to move on from her past with Ridge? Or will the pull of old love prove too strong to resist? Nick's return certainly has the potential to offer a fresh start for Brooke, but whether it will fully erase the shadow of her past with Ridge is another question entirely. On one hand, Nick represents something stable, dependable, and emotionally grounding, qualities that Brooke could certainly use after the roller coaster of emotions she's experienced with Ridge. Their past together was built on a deep connection, one that, at its core, wasn't as tumultuous or filled with the constant ups and downs that characterized her relationship with Ridge. Nick's calm and steady nature could be a welcome change for Brooke, providing her with the stability and security she might crave. With Ridge's rejection and his renewed focus on Taylor, Brooke could view Nick as a beacon of peace, a chance to start over without the emotional chaos that has been her life for so long. It could be the fresh chapter she needs to reclaim her sense of self and move forward. However, the shadow of her past with Ridge is not something that can easily be wiped away. Ridge has always been Brooke's greatest love, and their history is rich with memories both good and bad. Brooke's connection with Ridge is emotional and deeply rooted in years of love, heartbreak, and passion. Even if she decides to embrace a new future with Nick, Ridge's lingering presence in her heart will likely make it difficult for her to fully let go. In a sense, Brooke may always have a soft spot for Ridge, and the history they share will influence how she moves forward in her relationship with Nick. It's possible that, even if she embarks on a fresh start with Nick, Brooke's past with Ridge will continue to linger, making her question whether she's truly ready to leave that chapter behind. So while Nick may offer a promising new path, the shadow of Ridge could still be an emotional hurdle Brooke needs to overcome. Ultimately, Nick's return could be the fresh start Brooke needs, but whether it will truly replace Ridge in her heart, or if it will become a temporary escape remains to be seen. The bold and the beautiful loves to keep things complicated, and this will surely be a central theme in the coming episodes. What do you think? Will Nick be Brooke's new beginning? Or will Ridge always hold a special place in her heart? Conclusion: a fresh start or a familiar heartache? As we await the arrival of Nick and Brooke's emotional journey in the coming episodes, it's clear that the stage is set for a dramatic shift in her storyline. Will Brooke find the love and stability she's been searching for with Nick? Or will she remain haunted by her past with Ridge? Only time will tell, but one thing is for sure: Brooke's journey toward healing and self-discovery is far from over, and Nick's return may just be the turning point she needs to move forward into a new chapter of her life. Fans will be eagerly watching to see what happens next for Brooke, Nick, and the future of the bold and the beautiful. What do you think? Will Brooke find her way back to Nick, or is her love story with Ridge still a chapter that's far from finished? We hope you enjoyed it and look forward to sharing more with you in the future. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe my channel for more updates on the bold and the beautiful.